Can we start? Anyone has?
Prabhuji,
Yes, Prabhu.
I'm working on I.
Okay, excellent. What about others? Done, done. Okay, done. Excellent. Okay, let's begin. Advait, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, start.
So, 27, 20 into 3 equals to 60,
Yes.
and 7 into 3 equals to 21. So, 60
Hmm.
plus 21 equals to 81.
81. Yes, very good.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
I did this with some
Okay,
other method also.
minute, huh? Did everyone understand Advait's method? Let
Yes,
me,
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
many classes have elapsed since we discussed this split and merge method. So what we had discussed earlier was we split this number in two parts, like 20 plus 7 multiplied by 3. So 20 into 3, we multiply that separately. This whole process is done mentally. 20 into 3 separately, that is 60. 7 into 3 separately, that is 21. And our answer is 81. Yes. Okay. Now, who was saying another method? I didn't notice.
Prabhuji, that I did this in 27 into 2 plus 27.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. So, what is 27 into 2?
54.
But how do you get 54?
I added it.
Okay, 27 plus 27. So, basically, you have added 3 times. Simple.
Yes.
Okay, good. Next one, Bhavya.
I did 70 times 6, which equals 420, and then 6 times 6 equals 36. 420 plus 36 equals 456.
Yes, excellent. So, 70 into 6 is 420. 6 into 6 is 36. 420 plus 36 is 456. Excellent. Next one, Aurav.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Please, can you
So
start?
what I did was 20 into 6 is 120. 6 into 6 is 36. And together that makes 156.
156. Excellent. Okay, Bhavya, you have a question. Tell what is your question? Okay, let's move ahead. Vraj Priya. Yeah, now see, this is one interesting point, the point that Bhavya is saying. Is it okay to check your answer the mechanical way just to make sure it is correct? Okay, let me ask the other students. You give your answer. What do you think? What she is asking is, like, she has done 70 into 6 420, 6 into 6 36, 420 plus 36 is 456. Now her point is, can I verify my answer 456 in the conventional method? 6 into 6 36, carry over 3, 7 6 are 42, 42 plus 3 45. Should I confirm my answer with this method?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Everyone wants is okay. Others? I have got 2 yes. Others, what would you do if you were in her place? Would you check it with this method or no?
Yes.
Yes. And why yes?
Prabhuji,
Yes.
no also, because we don't need the technological way, because now we are learning only this thing.
Okay, that's a good term. That's a technological way you learn. Okay, great. So that's a nice term, technological way. Okay. Others, why yes? It means okay. Let me ask. Why do you want a confirmation? Do you have any doubt in this method?
I don't think we have a doubt in the method, Prabhuji. It's just that we're not sure if we did it correctly.
So what's the difference between not having a doubt but not being sure?
Actually, Prabhuji, we started this Vedic maths last few days only, and this our school method is going on last so long, so we are used to with that. So
Yeah.
that's why.
It's same like, when we are preaching, so people say what to do. Since so many years I have Shraddha in all the demigods. Krishna has come very recently in my life, so it will take time. I mean, just I'm making some crude comparison. Anyway, my point is, like she was saying, her point was, I don't have doubt, but I want to be sure. So if you don't have doubt, what is it that you want to be sure of? The answer. Now tell me one thing. If the method is correct, the answer will be correct or no?
Yeah, answer is correct.
No. I am asking if in any subject, maths or whatever, if your method is correct, your answer will be correct or no? Answer should be correct, right? If the method is right, answer should be right. If you are checking all your answers, if you are reconfirming your answers, let's say you have 1 hour exam. In 1 hour exam, you are checking all your answers. So, I mean, in school, you may be getting, let's say more time for your exams. When it comes to competitive exams, we don't have time. Okay, we don't have time even to complete the paper. Now, if I am spending time in rechecking my answers, I am answering my question paper once or twice. Tell. You are actually attempting your question paper 1 time or 2 times?
Once.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. So your point is, if I'm in a rush, or if I mess up in the method, yeah, okay. So see, silly mistakes are okay, possible. Silly mistakes are possible. But my point is, this confirmation of answer, rechecking the answer, it actually becomes a habit. It becomes a habit, and it shows that we don't have complete confidence either in the method, or maybe in our understanding of the method, or lack of confidence in our own in our using the method or our applying the method. That may be due to lack of practice, or whatever, maybe something else. But if I am sure my method is correct, I have practiced it sufficiently, okay, why should I have any doubt in my method? And if I don't have a doubt in my method, why should I have doubt in my answer?
Prabhuji,
Yes, Prabhu.
I did only till J.
Okay, fine. Yeah, the more you practice, you won't mess up. I mean, you will not mess up even with less practice if you have actually understood the method properly. One problem that happens is, we don't go deep in the method. We don't understand the logic or the science behind the method. We just take the method superficially. This is how I am getting my answer, and as long as my answer is correct, the method is fine. No, answer may be wrong sometimes due to silly mistake, or we just overlooked something. That is possible. But when we are learning a method, we should learn the method complete, end to end. There should be no gap in our understanding, no loophole. If we have little doubt on the method, we should apply the method on some other type of questions, and we should see it works or it doesn't work. But once we are sure, yes, method is perfect, then why do we need a confirmation? You need confirmation during your study and practice. Why do you need a confirmation in exam? And if I need a confirmation with my conventional method, then what was the point in studying the Vedic method then? Why does the modern method have to confirm the Vedic method? Why? Not required, no? So I can confirm this answer with my Vedic method only. if I feel that I might have messed up or I might have overlooked something, let me check again.
Prabhuji, so we can also use some other method to check it
You can
from Vedic maths.
use definitely while you are studying, while you are learning the method. I suggest you try with 10 different methods and see how different methods give the same answer, and try to understand the link or the connections between different methods. But my point is, once you have understood the Vedic method and you are confident that it works well and I will apply it in exam, after applying, why do you again bring the conventional method to verify it? Why do you need the verification? That means somewhere I have some doubt, either in the method or in my understanding or my application. Somewhere the doubt is there, but I may not be accepting that. I mean, reconfirmation is required when I have a doubt, right? In the beginning, but once I got used, I stopped checking. Yes, stop checking it. Stop checking. Even if there is a mistake, that's okay. Everyone will make mistake. If you give me a question paper, I can also make mistake. I am teaching you does not mean I may not make mistake. But that does not mean I will start using the conventional method to verify my Vedic maths answers. That I won't do that. So I will still confirm it with my Vedic method only. If at all I want a confirmation, 70 into 6 is 420, 6 into 6 is 36, 420 plus 36 is 456. So it has to be 456. And if it is not 456, if it is something else, then I have to investigate where is the problem. Is there any issue in the method, or the method is fine, I did not understand properly, or I thought or I understood, but when it comes to applying, I am afraid, or I am hesitating. So why that hesitation? Why? You have to dig deep into that. You have to dig deep into your own thinking process. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to ask yourself, why am I taking shelter of the other conventional method? Why? That you know best. Why?
So Prabhuji, what I could make out is primarily if you look at any methods of learning. For example, you are learning a bicycle. Learning a
3
bicycle.
into 200 equals to 600. 3 into 50 equals to
ऐसा नहीं बोल रहे
50.
प्रभु जी first.
Okay. Yeah, Prabhuji, please carry on.
Yeah, so Prabhuji, so when we are learning a bicycle, you have these side guards to protect you to start off with. So something any new, gives a little uncertainty. So unless you practice and, every time this Vedic method, reinforces your belief in terms of it is going on right,
Yes.
then, but as long as you still rely on having those side bicycles, you will not be able to gain the full benefit of what you have learned. So that's my opinion.
Mistakes in Vedic, but don't again take shelter of that other one.
That's right, Prabhu. So
Confidence that faith in Vedic method will not build up. It will not happen.
no, that's what I'm saying, Prabhu. So
Yes.
I'm saying that leap of faith has to happen
Yes.
once you are going. You can't have your feet on both boats. The
exactly.
chances of you falling in between are much more higher. You will end up being more confused.
Yeah.
So rather, switch over to one when you have invested so much time and you have seen the benefit in terms of doing it.
Yes. Absolutely, Prabhuji. Absolutely. Of course, I mean, we are not so rigid and not fanatical that we don't take any help of any of the modern method. In fact, what I use and I suggest is like integrate them. But my point is, once you have full faith in a particular method, use it. Just go for it. And if you are hesitating, find out why you are hesitating. Somewhere there is some loophole. There is an issue. We may not accept that, but it is there. The issue is there. Okay, that is one point. Second point is, in exam, I may have messed up, or I might have been in a rush. I may have made a silly mistake. How do I understand that I made a silly mistake? Who is going to tell me? So that means I have to check each and every question whether I have made a silly mistake. So that reconfirmation, it just becomes a habit. Okay. And the confidence level goes down. Maybe I made a mistake here. Let me check again. It just becomes a habit. So you have to get rid of that habit. You have to study in such a way that your first shot is your final shot. You just have to get tuned to that style. First shot should be the final one.
Prabhuji, do it right the first time.
Yes, and if you made mistake, okay, rectify it. But then it should not become a habit that because I made a mistake, let me check each and every solution and confirm because I may lose some marks. No, then you are losing out time, and then you will not have faith in any method. Okay, so anyway, let's move ahead. There was a lot of discussion on that. Vraj Priya.
Yes, Prabhuji. 70 multiplied by 7 is equals to 490.
Yes.
7 multiplied by 2 is equals to 14. 490 plus 14 is equals to 504.
Correct. 490 and 14 is 504. Excellent. If anyone wants to calculate with any other method, because in Vedic maths also we have learned different ways, feel free to step in and you can speak. Okay. Vyom, next one, Vyom.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
9 into 70 is equals to 630. 9 into 8 is equals to 72. 630 plus 72 is equals to 702.
702. Yes, excellent. Next one, Shruti. Okay. Now check one more thing. This one. Let me open another page. 78 multiplied by 9. Tell me, can we do it like this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How?
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji,
by
first
multiplying by 10 and then subtracting 78.
A minute. Advait had started speaking. So let him complete. Advait, yes.
so 78 into 10 minus 78.
70. And what is that?
So the answer is 700, 712.
712. Okay, let's see. So 78 into 10 is 780 and 78 into minus 1, this is 78.
Sorry, Prabhuji. 712. 702.
Yes. So see, now this is my point. In these methods also we can make mistake. It is possible. But that anyway does not, cast any doubt on the method. It is just because we don't have that habit and that practice. And even if we practice every day, still we will make some mistake. Always. Some mistake will happen. Okay, but we have to continue with that method. So 80 minus 78 is 2, but by mistake you told 12. So that is just natural. That may happen. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Next one. Number F. Who was there? Shruti. Shruti, no? It was allotted to Shruti. Shruti. Yes. Please start.
Prabhuji, first I split 83 into 80 plus 3. And then 80 into 3 is 240. And 3 into 3 is 9. So the answer is 249.
249. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Next one, G.
Prabhuji, G Rasika can say.
Yeah, please.
Nobody said. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
642 into 4. 600 into 4, 6 fours is 24. So 2400. Then 40 into 4 is 160. 2 fours is 8. So the total is 2400 plus 160 plus 8 is 2568.
Yes. So 600 into 4 is 2400. 40 into 4 is 160. That is 2560. And 4 twos are 8. So what was the answer that you said? Complete answer?
2568.
2568. Okay. Now let me just introduce one more concept. See, whenever everyone, please tell me, do we have this habit? Whenever we are doing any calculation, either we are speaking or writing or even thinking, we in our mind also we speak or no. 6 fours are 24, so it is 2400. Then 40 into 4 is 160. Then 2 into 4 is 8. I mean, we are speaking this in our mind or no? Tell me, in calculation. Everyone has this habit?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This habit of speaking the numbers and into and plus and minus, each and every step we speak in mind, right?
Yeah.
Correct, na? We do that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Everyone, all of us, including us adults, we have also done the same thing, right? Okay. Now let me just show you something. See, let's say I am writing here 45 multiplied by 6. This is a new way. Just before attempting, just listen to me what I'm saying. When you see this number, without seeing this, answer flashes in your mind or no? Without speaking every step, 4 into 6 are equal to, just see and
Yes.
the answer or no? Correct? What is the answer that comes to your mind? It's just like seeing a picture.
24.
24, right?
24.
Also I get it 24. I get 24 or no? 4 6 are 24. Do I need to speak that mentally? I can just see and understand it is 24 or no? We get it, right? 24 we get 240. And if I see these two numbers, I get my answer or no?
30.
30.
Yes, Prabhu.
No, not 3. What is that value?
30.
30. Everyone knows that, right? So if my point is, without speaking also you get it or no? So your previous number was 240 and the next number is 30. Now without speaking, so 240 plus 30 equal to how much? So 24 plus 3 equals to this much.
270.
Without going through all these speakings, all this verbalizing.
270.
Yeah, 270. You get your answer directly, right? You get it? Got my point?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So this is what we need. This is how speed develops. So when you have too many calculations and you are just constantly speaking in your mind, so I mean, this is a strange habit that we have got since beginning. Since day one, we learnt maths. Since day one. So mind is not calm. You are continuously speaking numbers and multiply into this plus this minus that equal to this. So mind is continuously, speaking these things, and then stress level increases. Now we may be wondering now, how is it possible that I just see and get it? That we wonder because we have never done it. But if you just try, just practice 2-3 calculations like this peacefully, just see the number, answer is ready in front of you. Answer is ready. It is just like seeing an image or a picture. That's all.
Prabhuji,
Yes. Yes.
Prabhuji, I was just thinking of this. Like, can we do this like multiple of 11? Like we put 6 into 4, 24. And besides that, we put 4 into 3, 30. So 2430. And then we just add the middle two numbers, 4 plus 3, 7. So answer is 270.
Yeah, correct. So previous class, I think we had done that, no? Multiplication by 11 method.
Yeah.
I think you are telling something like this, 24 into 11.
Yes.
Yeah, so 24 into 11. Now what happens? So we speak. So 4, copy 4. So 4 plus 2, 6. So 2. So my point is, this steps that we are speaking in mind, it takes more time and it increases our stress also. So it is quite obvious. 224, it is 264. That's all. Simple. See, it is such a habit. Even in calculations, 4 6 are 24. We might have done n number of times since whenever we learned, but still we have this habit. We will speak it and then we will write the answer, either loudly or mentally, whatever. So that has become a habit. So anyway, did you get my point? It may seem little strange because we have never done like that, but if you practice, you will feel actually it is much more simple and easy than what we think. Anyway, so next one, number H, Radhe.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
You have taken number H, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so start.
Prabhuji, first I multiplied 200 by 3. So I got 600. Then I multiply 3 into 50. So I got 150. Then I multiply 3 into 6. So I got 80. Then I added them. So I got 768.
Yeah, okay, excellent. 68.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
can I see the next answer?
Next one, Gopi.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So first I multiplied 3 by 700. I got 2100. Then I multiplied 3 by 40. I got 120. Then I multiplied 3 by 1. I got 3. Then I added all of them and my answer is 2223.
Yes, correct. 2223. Excellent. Next one, Akshaj.
So Prabhuji, I multiplied, I got 200 multiplied by 9, 200 multiplied by 9, 20 multiplied by 9, 9 multiplied by 3, and I got 1800 plus 180 plus 27. And I split it up all, like I said 1000, and then I said 900, 1900, and then it's I got 2007.
Yes.
I added all up together and then I got 2007.
Very good. 2007. So, as we practice, our capacity to retain these numbers and the results and the values in the mind, it will increase. That memory will improve. Retention capacity will improve. That is one of the reasons why even after learning Vedic maths, I have seen mostly students don't follow it, because they realize that we have to remember these numbers 1800, 180, 1980. Forget it. Let me go back to the old method. 9 3s are 27. I don't have to remember anything. That too also I have learned in school. I can write here. So mind is free, no tension. Tension will be there when you come to actually applying these things in exams, and especially in the competitive exams. Then the tension part will start. Then we'll see what will be the difficulty. Okay, next one, Sachi.
Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Please start.
Yeah. So 1000 plus 60 minus 1 is. So
Yes.
1000 plus 7 is 700, 7000. Then after that
After that, you can do 60 into 7 directly.
yeah, 60 into 7 is 420. So 7420. So then into 1 into 7 is 7. 20 minus 7 is 13. And the answer will be 7413.
Excellent. So 1000, so this is what she has done. 1000 into 7 is 7000. 60 into 7 is 420. And 7 into minus 1, that will be minus 7. That will give you 13. 7413. Okay, great. So all of you are able to do, see? Everyone can do it. Okay, another tip. Like people want some tricks and shortcuts, no? This is the trick, I have maximum faith in this trick. If you want to improve in maths, don't use pen, paper, no calculator. This is my super trick to improve maths. This is, if somebody asks me, this is my ultimate formula. Maths, don't use pen, paper, no calculator. In your textbook, whichever chapter, whatever profit and loss, compound interest, simple interest, or multiplication, or unitary method, equation, whatever you have, do it mentally. In pen and paper, it may take 2 minutes. Mentally, you may take 10 minutes, but do it mentally. Do it mentally. Keep on doing mentally, and you will see that you will start getting answers within seconds. Actually, you'll come to that level. Don't use pen, paper. Think, read the problem, try to think, and try to come up with methods. Okay, do your calculations in mind and just write the final answer. That's all. Try practicing like that, and you will see what will happen. Anyway, so who had taken number L? I think nobody had taken. Anyone wants to take up number L? 8631 into 4. Aurav, yes, please go ahead.
So what you do is 8,000 into 4 is 24,000.
Sorry. 8,000 into 4?
32,000.
32,000.
Then 6 into 4 is 600 into 4 is 22,400. Then 30 times 4 is 120.
You can also do 31 times 4 directly, no? Or no?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we have
so 124.
124.
And in total, that's 5,724.
Okay, so now see, this is how I would do it. 8,000 into 4 is 32,000. Okay, we can remember one number, 32,000. 600 into 4 is 2,400. 32,000 plus 2,400 is 34,400. 34,400 plus 124. So 32 plus 24. 34,400 plus 124, that is 34,524. 34,524. So now I also understand that it is slightly painful. Mentally it is painful, but this pain is actually not pain, it is muscle building. We are building up our maths muscles. Okay, you will see the output, the result later on. Okay, it's like in a gym. Okay, next one, M and N. Anyone wants to take up number M?
Prabhuji, N.
First one, this one, M first. 5432 into 8.
Can I try, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'm not very sure, but I will try with your method. 40,000.
Yes.
Plus 3,200.
Yes.
So 4,3,200.
Yes.
Plus
30 into
plus
40.
Plus 240.
Yes. So what's
I lost the first number.
Yeah.
4,3,200.
Yes.
Plus 240.
Yes.
So 4,3,440. 4,3,440 plus 16. So 4,3,456.
Yeah, excellent. So Prabhu, you can feel it is, no doubt it is little painful, but our memory is improving, and we are actually, our faith in ourselves is increasing. In our mental capacity is increasing, that yes, we can do it. Otherwise, mostly we don't have faith only. We have faith calculator and in the pen and
We'll try.
writing stuff.
Oh,
Certainly, Prabhuji. I think this is good to try, like 4-digit numbers multiplication.
It is painful, but if you go through this process, it's like I told you, you are in a gym. You will see the output little later.
Correct, Prabhuji.
You develop a totally out of the world different level of confidence in the subject. Maths will be like a natural subject like anything else.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, last one who wants to try.
Prabhuji, I can try.
Please, please.
Prabhuji, first I multiply 7 into 4,000. So I got 28,000. Then I multiply 7 into 0. So I got 0. Then I multiply 7 into 9. So I got 630. Then I multiply 7 into 7. So I got 49. Then I added. So I got 28679.
28679. You are in which standard?
Prabhuji, 4th. I will come in 4th.
4th standard. Prabhu, let me tell everyone, I can bet even students will not have the guts to do this mentally.
Prabhuji.
Will take out their calculator and do it, which 4th standard student is also doing. So it is just like, you know, either you force yourself to do these things mentally or let someone else force yourself. You put yourself in an environment where you are forced to do this mentally. You have to force yourself. Yes, Aurav, you are telling something.
Yes, Prabhuji. So what I was telling was, like, if you know 4,096 times 7,
yeah,
then you can just add 7 more to that.
Yeah,
and it's the same.
you can tweak around like that. That's nice. Definitely you can do. No problem. Okay, now, do you have 5 minutes? In 5 minutes, you want to learn how to subtract without borrowing? Because Aurav told that he is...
Prabhuji.
Okay, only 5 minutes. Subtraction without borrowing. Everyone is ready? Interested?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now pay attention. Pay attention. I will not borrow. We will not borrow anything. We will not invest anything. We'll just calculate. Okay, so let's say we have 7, 5, 3, 4, 2, minus 5, 8, 7, 9, 4. Just random I have written some number. Okay. Now pay attention. So what I'm doing in this method is, like, first let me explain the concept in the method. If I write 10 minus 8, that is 2. Everyone knows that 10 minus 8 is 2. Now I am asking you, how much should I add in 8 to get 10? Tell me. Listen very carefully. How much should be added to 8 to make 10?
2. Prabhuji, 2.
2. Yeah, understands that. It is just like I'm thinking in a different way. Instead of thinking that if 8 is subtracted from 10, how much I get, I am thinking in a different way. How much should I add in 8 to get 10? So I am adding 2, right? So now if I ask you, let's say, how much should I add in 4 to get 8?
4.
So what I am doing is subtraction. I am converting indirectly to an addition question, correct? Did you understand my point? This subtraction, I have converted it to addition. Instead of thinking like 8 minus 4 is 4, I am doing it like 4 plus 4 is 8. Both are same, just a different way of approaching the subtraction. A different approach. You got this point? This much?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now, okay. Now tell me. Now listen carefully. How much should I add in 4 to make 2?
8.
How?
8, Prabhuji. 8.
Because
First of
2 will become 12.
how can you convert 4 to 2? Is it possible?
Yes.
How?
No.
How can you add something to 4 and get 2? How is it possible?
You can take something from 9.
I think you didn't get my point. I am asking, you have to add something to 4 and reach to 2. You have to get 2.
Prabhuji, I understood. Means like, now example, it was 5 minus 4 will be 9. 5 4 will be 1 plus 1 plus 4 is 5.
Okay, let me write in a different way. Now tell me, how much should I add in 5 to get 1?
To get 1, you need to add -4.
Minus.
वन के लिए कितना चाहिए?
Yeah, everyone understood that point. Actually, you need -4, right? -4. But in my answer, can I write like this, -4? Can I have a subtraction answer where there is a minus in between? Is it acceptable? No, not acceptable. Okay, fine. You understood this point? Now just watch what I am doing. Listen carefully and I'll repeat it. So because 4 cannot be converted to 2, convert 4 to 12. Now that 12, that 1, I am not borrowing anything from anywhere. I am treating this 2 as 12. Why? Because
we are not able to hear you.
Others can hear or no?
I can hear Prabhuji. I can hear you, Prabhuji.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll repeat. What I am saying is 4 will not become 2, but 4 will become 12. So I will treat this as 12. Now, if I have to convert this 4 to 12, how much should I add?
8.
8. Okay. That 1 I had taken extra, na? Instead of 2, we had taken 12 or no?
Yes.
Yes. So remember that 1. That 1 I am adding in this 9. And this 9 is becoming now 10. Let me repeat. Because I had taken 12, I am adding 1 in 9 and I am making it 10. This 10, should I make it 4 or 14?
14.
14. How much should I add? How much should we add? 10 to 14. How much should we add? 4. 4. So now in 14 there is a 1. That 1 will be added to 7 and it will become 8. 8 will become 3 or 13?
13.
How much should be added?
5.
5. So now that 13, 1, I am adding that in 8. 8 is becoming 9. This 9 I will make 5 or 15? 15. So how much should I add?
6.
And that 1 I am adding in 5, it becomes 6. And 6 has to be converted to 7. So I should add 1.
So the difference is 16548.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Okay. Now let me show you. Now if you are thinking that does it work fast? Okay, I will show you how fast it can work. See, I'm just writing some random numbers here. Something looking like some mobile number. Okay, want to try? Ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oral?
The question looks nice or no?
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
So now let me see how fast it will work. Just take anything, just listen, just pay attention. Just pay attention, watch. So 5 and 7, 12, 1, 7, 8, 7, 15, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 13, 1, 8, 9, 6, 15, 1, 9, 10, 7, 17, 9, 15, 1, 6, 7, 8, 15, 1, 4, 5, 4, 9. See, now this is fast or no? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, can you please repeat the process again? Akshat was not clear what he was actually doing.
I will repeat, Prabhuji, definitely, but I am just showing them that it. Definitely, I'll repeat. Okay, so let's do it together, step by step. This 5, what should we do?
12.
12. 5 should become 12. How much should I add?
7.
7. Good. So that 12 is having 1. That 1 I will add 7. It will become 8. 8 has to become 15, correct?
Yes.
How much should I add?
Add 7.
7.
15 is 1. That 1 is added to 5. Becomes
6.
6. Now 6 has to become 13. So how much should I add?
7.
7. So 1 and 8, 9. 9 has to become 15. How much?
6.
Okay. Now that 1 and 9 is 10. 10 has to become 17. How much should I add?
7.
7. Again 1 plus 8 is 9. So 9 has to become 14. So 9 plus
5.
5. So 14, 1 is there. 1 and 6, 7. 7 has to become 15. How much should I add?
6.
8. Yeah. 8. So in 15 there is 1. 1 and 4, 5. 5 has to become 9. And my answer is 4. Is that clear?
Yes.
And verify the answer. Somebody please verify. Answer is correct or no? In our learning stage, we should verify everything. We should not have any single doubt. But once it is clear forever. Yeah, of course, you need this, definitely. Yes,
Prabhuji,
yeah.
for subtraction, but we are still doing from right to left, right? We are not doing from left to right, just like addition, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing right to left.
Okay.
To right is possible, Prabhu. It is possible, but
Okay.
I mean, you have to go through those, mental stuff. I mean, there will be a lot of things in mind. So,
okay.
Prabhuji,
yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, in both the sum, you took so last is a 2, 2, right? Then it's become 12.
Yeah.
Okay. But if some digit is different, 3, 5, 6, then also it becomes 16 or 17.
One thing, Mataji, you tell me one question. Subtraction.
Okay.
Obviously, what happens if the upper number which is there is greater than the one in the bottom? Do we still follow the same rule?
I'm coming to that. Okay, let me explain that type also. So suppose I have like this. Let's take this mixed type of scenario. I understood what is your question. So let's say I have here 4, 8. Okay, let me change this number. Let's say you have here 8, and let's say you have here 4, 6, 9. Okay, now this is as per your what you asked, Prabhuji. 8 and 4. 8 is greater than 4, correct? Is it according to what you were asking? This type of scenario? Okay, anyway, let me show this one. See, 9 plus 9, 18. Everyone understood this? Is this correct? 9 plus 9, 18?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Here, 1 plus 6, 7. Correct?
Yes.
7 plus 8, 15. Right?
Yes.
Here, that 1 plus 4 will be 5. Now this 5, I will make it 8 or 18. 5, I should
8.
5 to 8 or 18.
18.
No, why 18? When you can make it 8, why do you want to go to 18?
So, Prabhuji, the answer is 3.
Sorry?
3.
3, yes. So 5 plus 3, 8. No need of taking 18. Now because it is 8 only, not 18, I will not add 1 in 8 again. This 8 we will treat as 8 only, because we never took 18 here. Got the point?
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji.
8. So 8 plus 5 is 13. There is 1. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 and 0, 5. So no need to write anything here. So,
Okay.
got it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now let's take one.
Prabhuji, I have a question too.
Tell.
What if there was some decimal stuff?
Sorry?
What if there was some decimal stuff part?
So you can follow the same method. Just arrange the two values with the decimal in a straight line, and then you can follow this same method.
What do you mean? Can you show an example?
Okay, we will take it up later. Otherwise, others may get confused. I mean, there is no difference in that. But let me just first show this one. Anyone wants to try?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, start.
Okay, so 7.
No, you don't have to speak. You just have to solve it and tell me the answer. Just type the solve and type answer in chat box.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please send answer only to me privately, not to everyone. This is the one of the simplest methods. I never go with that borrowing and investing method.
Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I was thinking we can do it from left to right also.
Yeah.
Only thing is that we have to just check the numbers on the right hand side and then start the calculation.
Correct. Yes, you can do that, but at least in beginning stage, let the students be like comfortable at least with the right to left, so that at least they get faith in the method.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
This is also there. Apart from what we have learned within the classroom, there is something else also. Most of the stuff that we cover till 10th standard, in my experience, most of the questions have around 2-line solutions, 2 to 3 lines maximum, 2 to 3 lines. There are so many questions, they don't need any writing, only you just see the question and you tell the answer, that's all. It's just a very strange way we have learned writing one page solutions. So there may be mistakes initially in this subtraction, don't worry about it, but once you start practicing, I guarantee you won't go back to your earlier method. Okay, let me start. So I got a lot of answers. Now let me begin. Now pay attention here. So last digit 7 plus 8, 15, correct? See, we are doing addition only, na? Where is subtraction? We are doing addition, right? 7 plus 8, 15. Then I have 1. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. Again there is 1. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. Again there is a 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. Again there is a 1. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. Then there is a 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 3 plus 4, 7. Not 17. No need of 17. And 4 plus 5, 9. Where is subtraction? Tell me. Did we subtract anything? We were continuously adding only, no? Or we were subtracting? What do you think? This was addition or subtraction? I mean, it felt like addition or subtraction. Of course, question is subtraction. But in this method feels like addition or subtraction. What do you feel?
Addition, Prabhuji.
Addition only, na? So addition is any day easier than subtraction.
Prabhuji, I had a problem at the 7 minus 2 part. I kind of
minus 2 part C, this 4 was 14 and 1 plus 2 is 3. My point is that when you make it 3, you don't have to go to 17 because 7 is already greater than 3.
Okay.
So I will take it to 7 only. When if it was not 7, suppose it was 2, then I would have to make it 12 because there is no way that 3 can become 2 by addition. It is not possible by adding a positive number, right? I need a positive number here. Now I can't write a negative number. So the only way is to treat it as 12. So in 12, that one which is extra, I add it in my next lower number. Simple.
Okay.
It really helps if we show that in the number line. On the number line, if we show it, if we plot it, it would really be helpful.
That is what I don't want to do, na Prabhu. My style is maximum things just imagine, visualize in mind.
Okay, Prabhu.
A line is just a line. So why do we have to write a line and show it? I mean, we can visualize it.
Yeah. No, but I was just thinking, like, if we don't understand, like on the number line, we always have to go on the right hand side direction. We cannot go backward.
Yeah.
So if 2 is smaller than 7, it can go directly to 7 by going 4 steps ahead.
Yeah, correct. So that number line concept I have introduced in the first class itself. When
yeah,
addition, then only I had introduced that addition is going forward, and subtraction is going backward.
Going backward, yeah.
It's a very standard concept. Addition is going forward, subtraction is coming backward. So all the number line and everything we just visualize in mind. Okay, so sorry, it is already late, but anyway, I'll just complete this with one more, and this time there should be no mistake. There should. Yes, Prabhu.
So I actually got the wrong answer in the last problem. I actually got the wrong answer. So is it like on the bottom number you add one more to the bottom number and add 10 to the top number?
Yeah, correct. We are adding to the top, but it depends on the number actually. Like, you know, where here we had 3 and 7. So we are not adding 10 in 7. We did not add that 7. We are keeping it as 7 only. We are not adding anything to that.
Okay.
Right. And because 10 was not added in 7, we did not change this 4 also. That 4 also we kept it as 4 only. We did not make it 5. So it depends on the value. There is no strict fixed rule like that. Anyway, you just need some practice. It is absolutely simple. Absolutely simple. My calculation is I have tried with like 10-digit mobile numbers, subtracting 2 mobile numbers. Maximum it takes 10 seconds. That's what I have checked with timer.
Oh.
Maximum 10 seconds, and depends on your practice. Okay, start. All right, let me begin. I hope others have also done. This will be our last question. Check here. So 8 plus 8, 16, right? Everyone is with me? 8 plus 8, 16.
Yes,
yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
9. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 8 is 17.
8.
Then
Yes.
1 is there. 1 plus 9, 10. 10 plus 8, 18 is there. 1 plus 1, 2. Correct?
Yes.
3, 5. Okay? 2 plus 3, 5. Now there is no 1. 5 plus 9 is 14.
9.
Plus 4, 5. 5, 15. What
is right.
is 12? 1, 3, 4.
Oh, it's my right answer. मम्मी कितना इजी मेथड सिखाया सबट्रैक्टिंग का?
Very good.
Here. So there are many methods like this. You just hold on to the classes and step by step we learn everything, but you have to practice. If we don't practice, as it is easy to learn, it is easier to forget also. So you have to practice because it is new, something new for you. Okay, so fine, let's stop here. And it's too late. Actually, we had a lot of discussion also today. Sorry for being late today. Oh, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We learned it so much. It's really interesting.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, this was the easiest one.
Magical.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.